I welcome you all. Now, this is an introduction lecture to Tanner. So, introduction. So, my name is Robert. Okay, so I will first of all make it some larger font so that it will be visible to you all. Right. So now, before we start about Tanner, Tanner, Tanner EDA. It is a tool which will enable us to make any circuit simulation using some 5 components like L edit, S edit, W edit, T edit, and L versus S. It's not edit, it is only LVS, right? So these are having certain full forms. It is for layout editor, right? Then for schematic editor, I missed here, waveform editor, T is for timing editor, for T-scope we can say, which is a simulator which will check the .sp file. I'll introduce to you a flow in which we are going to learn Tanner, and this is nothing but layout versus schematic. Layout, to use this layout editor, okay, we'll go by flow. I'll start a flow in which flow to use Tanner. First of all, you can make entry into Tanner by two ways. Two ways. These two ways are only for beginners. Some advanced users may skip this lecture and go to next one. Here we can enter any circuit by first of all drawing a layout of it, or by drawing a schematic of it. So in order to draw a layout, this is the first approach, the second one. Sorry. So in order to draw a layout, there are some prerequisites. What they are? You need to know the various layers such as polysilicon, metals, etc. You need to know the lambda rules. You need to know the stick diagram and various other things. So for these things, I'll write it, etc. So drawing a layout of that is the first step if we go by this approach. Then we need to check it for design rule checks. Design rule checks. Okay. So whatever the lambda rules, we are going to specify that in the layout. We need to check for design rule check. After that, we can export this design or this edit file to .sp extension. This is nothing but .sp is a spice file. Mostly people say it as spice netlist and all these things. Spice netlist, another thing. So this is the flow in which by using L-editor you can do this. Again there are steps, but by using L-edit we can come to .sp file. Similarly a schematic, for drawing a schematic there are also some prerequisites, but these prerequisites are most probably known by all of us. That is, we should know the symbols and circuit diagrams of the circuit we are interested to simulate, or we may say the circuit of our interest. So by this only the check we need to go is ERC, that is electrical rule check. While checking this, the S editor will check the electrical connections between the circuits and give you results. After that, you can export this thing to .sp extension. Similarly, I have mentioned the .sp stands for that spice netlist. Now, by going to either S editor or L editor, layout or schematic, we can reach up to .sp extension. Now, this is one thing. After reaching into .sp, now I have available with me an sp file. I can input this file .sp to T editor. Okay, after giving input to .sp to T edit, it will we need to add some libraries in the L-edit itself by making that connections, by making that settings, simulation settings, as well as in the S-edit. So it will add proper libraries, then it will simulate this thing and process, rather we can say process this thing .sp and give it to wedit. Now wedit is a waveform editor. It is used to visualize the waveforms. After coming to the waveforms, you can your designs, verify your designs, its functioning, the timing, waveforms. After that, to check logically or verify whether you have entered L as well as W, or sorry, S, when means I mean to say that when you enter a electronic circuit with layout as well as schematic, this LVS will verify both designs. Verify means these two circuits are working, are one and the same thing or not, and it will give you the result as such, whether the entered layout as well as schematic are same or not. So this is the overall flow of Tanner thing. So basically these are having, I will give you a quick summary of this thing. It is having 5 components: LS, WT, LVS. The flow is to use, there are two entry points in Tanner. Entry into Tanner by two ways, but having a knowledge of layout, all these things. Actually advanced users use this layout thing. For basic undergraduate students, they can go by the schematic approach. They can check the electrical rule check, export it to .sp, then open the .sp file to T editor, process it, give it to wedit. After wedit, we can visualize the waveforms there, verify the thing, and at the last we can use LVS, that is layout versus schematic. Logically check whether the whole thing, whole entered design is correct or not. So thank you for watching. For detailed exploration, you can ask any doubts on my mail ID at gmail, or For further exploration of the Tanner, you can watch my upcoming videos. Thank you.